All right, guys, how's it going? Now, I'm sorry there was no morning briefing today. I did record one, but about 15 minutes in, the iPhone that I record them on died. The battery died, and I stormed off in a huff. And I didn't recover from that, all right? So that's why there was no morning briefing. So any acknowledgements, shout outs to people that have bought super chats and things like that, I will do that tomorrow, okay? Yesterday, I didn't do a live stream last night because yesterday I uploaded a members only video and it went wrong. It was about 6 or 7 minutes cut off the end of it. So I had to re-upload it like to 3 different things, delete it. And people said, why have you deleted the video? I'm uploading the new one. It was just a load of stress yesterday. So I've had 2 pretty, stressful days, to be honest with you. So I'm a little bit behind on what I want to talk to you about. And what I want to talk to you about in this video is an article that was published by James Pearce and Simon Hughes, who I would put within the Liverpool clique of journalists, right? I talk about the Liverpool clique of journalists. It's not said in a derogatory way, like they're awful people or anything. I just think there's this group of journalists. They all have the same opinion. They all pat each other on the back. They never ask the difficult questions for fear of upsetting someone in the club that might see them lose access or something. They never get an exclusive, and they're just there. Do you know what I mean? But then you've got the big guns like David Ornstein and Paul Joyce, even Fabrizio Romano, even though he's not specifically Liverpool, but David Ornstein's not just specifically Liverpool. But then you've got this clique of journalists. And these 2 journalists wrote this article yesterday, and they included the most bizarre paragraph in this article, which said, The Athletic has spoken to multiple sources, either directly connected to Liverpool and FSG or briefed on the company's plans to understand how Edwards was persuaded, to return. People talk to us on condition of anonymity, either to protect relationships or because they did not have permission to speak publicly. They want you to believe that, right? Yet they know multiple sources within Liverpool Football Club and FSG, but knew nothing prior to Edwards' appointment. Do you see my point? Because it sounds very good, doesn't it? Like, we spoke to multiple people within LFC and FSG and all that. Because we know all these people. And they spoke to us off the record without permission. Well, where were they before he was appointed about it all? Do you know what I mean, guys? So I thought it was a load of guff. And I actually translate it, and I translate this and read this into another way. So the Athletic has spoken to multiple sources really means we spoke to one person, right? So what one person have they spoke to that could give them knowledge of FSG, or operations or Liverpool Football Club operations? What one person? I'm not going to speculate about that. But usually when an article is written about an individual, which is obviously about Michael Edwards, when an article is usually written about an individual, if it's very positive about that individual is usually a source connected to Michael Edwards. Does that make sense? So let's say it's a player. Let's pick any Liverpool player over here. John Aldridge, right? Great player. What a fucking player. A source close to John Aldridge said usually means it was John Aldridge. Do you know what I mean? That's what they do, right? And this article was all about Edwards. This article was very praising and making, that the sun shines out of his arse kind of things. And maybe some people think that Edwards himself is the source behind this article. Yes, we'll leave it at that. But I mean, this article says when they were talking about Edwards in Boston, he was wearing jeans, trainers, and a green hoodie. How did they know that? Do you know what I mean? What does that even matter? I don't know. I talk about the journalists a lot on here, and I'm just trying to point something out to you. So if you read that article, The Athletic speaking to multiple sources, I think means actually we spoke to one person, but we're trying to protect that person. So we're going to make it sound like we spoke to loads of people. All right? It's probably not really very important, but I try to explain in a non-patronising way how some of these people are. And the thing is, right, it sounds good, but where were these multiple sources in the run-up to it? And why are these multiple sources not telling them now who the next manager of Liverpool Football Club should be? I hope you understand the video. It's not intentionally bitchy or anything like that. I have no problem against these journalists or anything. They're just doing their job. And I guess, you know, at the end of the day, they're trying to protect someone. But I just think it's a load of nonsense. And I'm sorry if this isn't the kind of video that you like, but I'm here to tell you how I feel and how I read things. And that's how I read it. If you appreciate this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment. And if you want to buy me a beer, because I'm going out for a drink tomorrow with Bri Partridge. He's one of the members around here. He just happens to be in Spain at the moment. So he's going to have a beer with me tomorrow at my local. How cool is that? Bri's a lovely lad. I've met him before. So if you want to buy me a beer, hit the super thanks under the video. But if you're Muslim, I'll have a coffee on Saturday morning, so you can justify it as a coffee instead. Coffee. All right, guys. Hope you appreciate the video. I'm not being bitchy on money. I'm just trying to point out some of the nonsense that they try and spin to us sometimes.